See, this is why I want to get an anamorphic lens, because this is my phone, but it can still simulate that kind of widescreen aspect ratio of like 21:9, and it just looks so much more cinematic. And although this is like digitally simulated from a phone, where it's basically just adding black bars on top and bottom, I need an anamorphic lens that essentially squeezes the initial image to a normal aspect ratio, and then you stretch it back out in your editing software come time to edit, and it gives you this kind of look, and sometimes even more dramatic than what you're seeing here, depending on the squeeze factor. And it's nice to be able to do this with your phone. It really is. It's really nice to be able to do it with your phone, because you can kind of use it as like a director's lens to see like where things would look and do rough ideas and kind of play around with looks you want to do before you bring in the whole big camera rig. But I really just love the look of this kind of thing. And the thing is, there's a lot of companies right now that are doing the whole anamorphic lens thing for Micro Four Thirds and full frame cameras now at a much cheaper cost. And like Sirui, Sirui, has a 35mm anamorphic lens, and it's for crop sensors like an APS-C, like my Sony camera is, and it's only like yay big, right? I don't have it, but I would love to get it. And if I would look up the price on it to see how much it actually cost, I don't think it's anything crazy. Well, I take that back. The Sirui is $1,300. Now that seems very expensive because that costs more than my camera. This Sony a6400. This shoots 4K and everything, and that lens itself is more expensive than the camera, and that's usually the case. But I just need an anamorphic lens, because just imagine, okay, for a minute, that this is how my content would look. My music videos, my metal covers, my original music. I'm really getting to that point where I guess my inner filmmaker side is coming out, where it's not just about shooting a video. I want to shoot a cinematic video as best as I can. And I can only do so much by myself, that's for sure. But having that anamorphic look to me is so cool. And I think I could do a lot of creative things with that. For like my metal covers and whatnot. And if I go to B&H right now and look at my wish list, because there are other lens companies out there that I'm blanking on, and they also make those anamorphic lenses. Well, right here, it's Sirui, however you say it. They've got a 50mm f1.8 anamorphic lens for Sony E-mount. It's a 1.33 squeeze factor, and it's $500. $500, right? And I believe there's also a 35mm that I'm not seeing on my list here right away. Either way, whatever price they may end up being, $500, $600, $1,200, $1,300, the look of an anamorphic lens is extremely appealing to me. And now you could tell me if I'm wrong, if I am just thinking inside my own head too much. But if I had stuff that looked like this, not everything, but like the actual music videos for things, it would look really cool. And so that brings me to this. If you want to help me be able to do that, right, there are things that you can do. You can stream my music, you can buy my music, there's Patreon, there is a link for hair products that I use that are Michigan based, that I affiliate with and make money off of commissions, basically from sales. I get a percentage of whatever they make off of the links and codes. So Sinister Bunny is the code for a 10% discount for you, and I'll get a kickback of whatever gets bought from the company, and all sorts of things. And the biggest ask that I can have is for you to just watch my stuff, because that watch time I need big time, and I've been preaching that for a long time in a lot of videos. The watch time is the biggest thing that I need right now, because that'll be able to push me into the YouTube Partner Program, where I can start monetizing my content. And then that pays in dividends because of the amount of views that I get every day, every week, every month. It's one step closer to being able to do this for a living. So that's pretty much the impromptu video idea here. So yeah, not really much to it. Just kind of tapping into my cinematographer filmmaking side, and that's about it.